In the new breed, Nyasa seed in a move. In the new breed, walk a different dimension. Walk a heaven. Then you breed, walk a heaven. I have heaven in the studio. Heaven. Haven. And on your heaven.
It's a mix of heaven and haven.
Haven.
Yeah.
One or two, the medium.
My tree is not the best.
Your tree is not the best.
I'm only half Ghanaian, so.
Half Ghanaian and half what?
Nigerian.
Oh, okay. Ghana Hamonum, I'm him for family.
Me free. Kwewu.
Kowunyi. And see, and Ghana heads na lata.
No, I live in Ghana.
And the tree no after Kowunyi at Ghana Hamonum. And the tree.
No, I didn't speak it much at home, so I didn't pick it up growing up.
Uncle schooler.
I did, but
it's not
the same.
It's not the same. I see. Do other makabrofo. And I'm manka fancy now can
Hey, that one is too much for me.
Fancy too much.
Yeah.
The mental brofo, yeah.
Yes, more.
Mental brofo.
Oh.
It's my end the matter. I shall ask there about how long?
How
long have you been doing music?
Since last year, September.
Last year?
September.
So barely a year?
Yeah. It'll be a year next month. Yeah.
What made you decide to do music?
So, back in high school, I always, wrote, and I was in the choir and I did solos and stuff. I was also in the girls' band. But before September that season, I was supposed to go off to college in the University of South Florida. But then COVID happened, and then my mom fell ill too, so I had to stay back and stuff. And during that whole process, things got a little bit messy. So I decided, why not just take a break? And I was also exposed to how brief life can be. So I was like, okay, let me just take a break and do something that I actually, I'm passionate about and want to do it. And I feel like life is too short for you to wait till you have something to do what you want to do.
Oh.
Yeah.
And how has the journey been?
It's been tough. Half of the time I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm feeling blessed because there are gateways and paths that open that doesn't make sense. Like the people I meet and stuff like that, I met producers, and then just the way it is, you know that it's only God, because having started this in September, I technically should not be where I am right now if not for God. Yeah.
So in September, when you decided that you wanted to do music, what was the first step you took?
So how I even decided was I was depressed because everything that could possibly go wrong had gone wrong. Half of my family was ill. I was not going to college. COVID happened, so I was not even leaving my house. Everything, and then there was struggles financially. Everything that could have gone wrong had gone wrong. So I was at the point where I was wondering, okay, what's the point of life if you're just gonna live, suffer, and then go? And then I went out to Osu. And I never really leave my house. I live at Sakumono, and barely anything ever goes on. I went out to Osu. I saw life in Ghana for the first time in a while. I went to Oxford Street. I went to Jamestown Coffee, and then I saw people performing like live in front of an audience, and I was like, that's what I want to do. I want to do that. So from then, I started trying to, get more shows. I actually invaded a show illegally because when the MC, Franca, my dear friend, when the MC was missing, I went to do like a little impromptu live something, and the host was angry, but now we're like she's like my mentor right now, so.
Beautiful.
Yeah, so I got on a little bit more shoes, had more experience, met more people, and then in December I started, entering studios and stuff.
So what has happened to school?
School, that's an interesting question. Right now financials are still a little bit, shaky, and my dad also has retired, and he's also ill right now. So now I need to find a way to make, how do I explain this? I feel like I've had to go independent Like I've had independence forced upon me such that, you know, now I have to think of how to pay, okay, so how to eat, how to, you know, get
Take
to,
care of
yeah,
yourself and all that.
essentially. So coming with that, I also have to figure out how to pay for my fees. And so I could try and do a job that won't pay me much, because of the way our economy is and because of the fact that I don't have a degree as well. Or I could, you know, do what I love, hope that, you know, what I love starts paying me. I also model on the side, so that does pay some. And then make up enough to finish, because I was in my third year when I took a break. So make up enough to finish my 4th year and then get my degree.
You do modeling on the side.
Yeah.
And it pays you a bit.
A little bit.
How much does it pay?
It can range from 600 to 2,000 a runway show. Yeah. But I'm also kind of new to that industry, so I'm still working that out.
Okay. I'm asking how much that one pays because I've had a model in here, and she made mention of sometimes not being paid at all, or being paid 200 cedis, sometimes 50 cedis.
Yeah, it can be very rough. I think it's branding, how you brand yourself, because then also the music kind of helps with my branding as well, kind of pushes it up there a little bit. And then in addition to that is also the shows. You have to be picky with the ones. But it's true, sometimes they don't pay. I only do runway right now. I'm moving to editorial, but that's still in the process. But sometimes too, they do take a little bit of time. But another thing too is that the way I started modeling was also only good. Afrochella was happening, and then they had an Afrochella runway show, and I was just like, okay, let me just try. And everything was possibly wrong. I had nail extensions on, I had my dreads, they were multicolored. I did not know how to walk in heels. Well, I knew, but not, you know, in a run.
You're kidding me.
I'm serious, I did not. But then I think one of the facilitators, he saw something in me, so just decided to take the leap of faith with that. And after that, I worked, you know, with the heels and everything. And
now you're
yeah.
perfect. Beautiful. So I'm wondering, you're a model.
Yeah.
If you're asked to do nude for some big cash, that can finance your education, like that can like really support you, would you do it?
No.
Why not?
Because most of my dad and my mom and morality, because, you know, money can't, I believe at the point where money replaces your morality, then you have a problem. And I'm not saying that it's morally wrong to, you know, do a nude shoot. If that's comfortable with you, yeah, but with me, the way I was raised and stuff like that, I would not be comfortable doing that. And if it's not something that I can proudly go and show to my dad or my sister or my mom, then it's not something that I'd be comfortable doing, yeah. Which is how I guess I've been able to withhold in the entertainment industry, because it's very shaky. And if you're not careful, you might navigate places that you shouldn't be. Yeah, with people you should not be around. So it's very good to have, like, I guess it's the way your parents raise you, to have that conscious thinking at the back of your head that if this person saw this, would they be proud, sort of situation.
But then your songs, who writes them?
Oh, I write them.
You write them. Beautiful, beautiful. Who supports you financially?
My sister has done a lot of help. My sister funded my entire studio for the most part. I have a studio set up, so she works. My eldest sister, I think she's one of my biggest, you know, investors and the people who believe in me one of the most. That doesn't make sense, but she's one of the people who believe in me the most. So yeah, my big sister, ever grateful for her. She has so much faith in the potential. And then I also have a friend, Nee, who also, yeah, supports me. He just helps me. Yeah.
So if you want to listen to your songs, where should we go to?
It's everywhere on all music platforms. Spotify, Audiomack, Boomplay, Apple Music, everywhere. Just type Haeven. That's an Haeven. Yeah, and you should find it. And speaking of songs, I have a new song dropping in September that I did today, The Liquor in a Teacup. Yeah.
You did, it was part of what you did today?
Yeah.
What was the title of that one?
Liquor in a Teacup, it was the last
Liquor
song.
in a Teacup. But September you'll be here.
All right.
You'll be here, then we talk about it well. Okay. So that would be like an anniversary song, right? Because that would be your first year in music. You've done great.
I do be trying. Great. It's only good, to be honest.
Done great. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
That was Haeven. Wama brofo. Omamonsan member locally. Ye henano brofo. Jayako school kakente brofon. Ye you kakra.